How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another video. So in today's video, a couple days ago I went diving with my friend Spencer. Haven't gone diving with him in a long time, but he's a super good diver. If you guys don't know him, I'm sure many of you do. National champion, world contender, and a good friend of mine. And so he wanted to show me a spot, and we went for a quick afternoon dive after I finished school, and we managed to get on some action. So that's what this video is going to be about. And yeah, that's all there is to it. Remember, if you like this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Gonna be doing a lot more dives here in Hilo, hopefully. Maybe some blue water action if I can get lucky. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video, and I'll see you guys in the water. Shoots, everybody. Alright guys, so first drop of the day, I got Spencer's 3-prong. I was borrowing it because I seen some moonus go into this hole, and one of them was a good size one. So I'm just making my way down. This is probably like 30 to 40 feet, so not super deep. I get down to the bottom and I look and I see the good size one just cruising in there, and try and close the distance a little bit here. As you can see, he kind of looks like he leaves the hole, then he comes back into the hole, circles right in front of me, and I get a nice shot kind of behind the head, coming out through like the front of his face. So solid first fish of the day. There's a lot of these good sized moonus and big moonus around, and this wasn't the biggest one that I shot this day, but there's a lot of them around in these spots from what I've noticed, which is pretty cool. Alright, so this drop, a little bit deeper water now, probably around 45 to 50 feet. I'm looking around, scratching a little bit, and then this big kahala comes up to me. And I didn't shoot him. It was kind of cool to just watch him swim around me. Just watching him cruise. Pretty sick. Then right after that, Spencer got this nice moonu. Probably in around the same depth. Alright, so in this drop, we're now in a little bit deeper water. This is probably around 70 feet, maybe high 60s. We were kind of in that high 60 to mid 70 range this whole dive, or for most of it anyway. And so this was a drop probably into 68 to 70 feet. And I get down and I land on top of this boulder. Now, I mentioned in my other video that I'm still trying to get used to shooting around boulders and hunting around boulders, because on Oahu it's super different. Not a lot of bouldery zones in Oahu, so I'm still trying to get used to it. It's still a little bit awkward for me, but this big moonu comes right up to me, but he's a little bit too close to pull the trigger on him. So I'm kind of just waiting for him to back up a little bit so I can get a better shot. And I turn, and now I'm more of in like a seated position. And I pull the trigger and I fall off the boulder because I don't know, it's just super weird trying to maneuver around boulders and stuff. But I got the stone shot, which was pretty lucky because, like I said, I was off balance. I fell off the rock. I thought that was pretty funny, but yeah, I got another nice moonu. I think this one was the biggest one of the day, and might be one of my biggest that I've ever shot. He doesn't look super huge on camera, but man, when I grabbed that thing, I thought it was gigantic. And it's definitely, if not the biggest, then definitely close to the biggest one that I've ever shot. Another solid moonu. Alright, so next drop, once again going down on the boulders. I hit the bottom, and I'm looking around. On a lot of these drops were blind drops because you can't really see too much fish on the bottom from the surface, but we were just taking drops in places that looked fishy and, you know, hoping for the best, trying to call stuff in. I'm looking around and I'm not seeing too much, but eventually, you know, fish start to come around. Not necessarily good fish, but fish. And so I'm looking, just trying to see if anything would come in. And you see that little milu there, wahanui, a bunch of those surgeon fish, pilanis and stuff. And I see this good sized munu, and at first I was going to try line up on him, but he seemed a little bit skittish. And then I look to my right again, and I see this moo that came out of nowhere. So I take a little lunge, line up. Got a nice mid-body shot. Solid moo. This guy was probably, I want to say 3.5, 4 pounds maybe. Not a huge one, but definitely good size and definitely a good eating size. Love eating moo. One of my favorites, as it is for a lot of people as well. Alright, so next drop, going down, we are starting to make our way a little bit shallower. So this drop was probably about 60 feet, and Spencer was doing a bunch of 3-pronging, but I was sticking to the gun, you know, trying to see what I could pick up. And I get down to the bottom, and I'm a little bit more of a flatter zone. Not as many big rocks underneath me, which was a little bit nicer, a little bit easier to deal with. And once again, a blind drop, so I didn't really see anything from the surface. Now that I'm on the bottom, I'm seeing woohoos and stuff like that. I'm just checking to see if anything good is gonna come around, or anything big, like a uku or something. And I'm looking. Not really seeing anything. I see that moo over there, but he was behind me. If he was in front of me, I guarantee he would have tried to take a shot there. But like I said, I'm not really familiar with hunting around boulders, so turning my body completely around over boulders is a little bit weird for me still. Gotta get used to that. But I look into that, underneath that boulder, and I see, you can't really see him on camera, but there's a big old Roy just staring at me. You can see him now. And I get a shot. I got him a little bit high, but by his head, like right above the actual gill plate itself. And somehow he managed to rip off. I didn't get it on camera, but he rips off. But I messed up his face pretty bad, so he probably won't be surviving that. Roy are invasive, for those who don't know. I'm not happy. I wouldn't be happy about ripping the face off of a native fish, but because he's invasive, you know, supposed to kill him anyway. So once again, 60 feet probably, somewhere around there, and a lot of life here. There's a lot of fish around, so I'm thinking that maybe something good is gonna come just because of the amount of fish that are around. And I see that big munu come. A little bit close, but he wasn't sticking around, so I refocused my attention back onto the pile that was in front of me, and I see this other big munu coming in, and I line up, take the head-on shot, and I got lucky here and shish kebabbed him. I don't know why I took that shot. I don't know what was going through my head, but it was a very low percentage shot and a very high chance that I would have just completely missed. So that was just luck. That wasn't me being skillful or anything. I just got lucky with that. I don't know why I took that shot. I should have waited till he turned broadside or something. But yeah, got lucky, managed to get another big munu. So on this drop, Spencer went down and he was going after this big moo, probably like a 6-pounder. And so I'm dropping down into this little ditch here because that's where the munu was, or sorry, not the munu, the moo was hanging out. So I get down and immediately I can tell that the moo is not around anymore. He probably swam away while I was either making my drop or maybe when Spencer was going up from his. But I'm looking around, not seeing much. I grunt a little bit and I look to my left and I see this perfect size omilu, perfect for the dorm life coming in. Probably like a 3-4 pounder maybe. And so I line up, get a nice shot in the gills. He was super close, so took my time with it. Got a nice shot in the gills. Perfect omilu. This was probably I was stoked about the moo as well, but this size omilu is going to be perfect for like sashimi or katsu or something like that. And it was nice and small, so I don't have to worry about, you know, keeping it in my mini fridge, because that fridge is getting pretty full pretty quickly. Gotta find a place to cook everything up. But yeah, nice omilu. This was my second to last fish of the day, but I didn't get my last fish on camera. I shot a small cavalea or cavalea, however you say it. I say it both ways, so. But yeah, nice omilu. Super fun dive, a lot of action, nothing big, but you know, definitely got the quality here. And also I wouldn't be able to keep anything big in my dorm anyway. So here's the haul. The stringer that I'm handling right now is mine. There's my omilu, my munus, and then my moo. And Spencer's stringer just has a bunch of fish that he shot with his 3-prong. He also shot a nice wanakali early on in the dive and a couple munus as well. And he got that big old roy. He shot some other invasives, but that one he kept on his stringer. And then he shot that nice moo as well. But yeah, super fun dive, super good haul. Stoking. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah, super fun dive with Spencer. Not too many big fish, but definitely the quality was there. And yeah, I had a lot of fun. We were doing some deep drops, and that's always super cool. And Spencer's great dive partner, you know, had my back the entire time, felt safe the entire time, and we managed to get on some nice fish. So super stoked on that, and super stoked to be here and to be able to dive with guys like him for however long I'm here for college. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I got more coming soon. So sorry for missing last week's video, but I'll be back on it as much as I can. I missed last week's because I didn't have my car with me, but I've got it now, and so gonna be trying to get a lot more dives in, and I'll show them all to you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Shoots, everybody.